What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Professor Layton vs. Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. Look at that, I got the title down. Let's see, last time they introduced a new mechanic to the trial system, to the pressing of the witnesses, which lets me look at another witness react to another witness's testimony, if that makes sense. And now they're all confused because they saw different things, they heard different things. And now Barnum's saying, you better get your shit together or I'm gonna... That's my sound for whooping their butt. You understand. You got it. Makes perfect sense. In all my days as judge of this court, I have never seen such behavior. Behavior that leaves a cloud of doubt over the credibility of each of your testimonies. Indeed, my lord. Quite a miserable set of witnesses, this lot. I see. It would appear this trial has come to a sudden halt. That must mean... Quite right. It means you have won this trial, Mr. Wright. We've won? I can hardly believe the situation we have found ourselves in. I did not anticipate this trial ending with such a strange turn of events. But due to these witnesses' dubious credibility, I can see no reason to continue. What say you, Inquisitor Barnum? As you wish, my lord.
What is going on?
They're actually going to let this witch run free through the tower? Curses! If it weren't for that witch!
Why? Why are you cheering for him? He lost. Cheer for me.
Hold it!
Whoa. Hello.
Wait a blooming second. This trial ain't even close to being over. Not before I take the stand to testify! Order! Order! Who is this buffoon? Behold! Who am I, you ask? Who am I? Why? I'm the man that's gonna single-handedly save this trial. I'm the fifth witness!
Say what?
What?
Even Barnum didn't see this one coming.
Just as I thought. This trial was going down the drain before I got here. Okay, you lot, assemble! We need a strategy meeting ASAP. I say, who are you? Thank goodness you showed up. We can't give up now, everyone. It has come down to this. To arms, everyone! We shall do battle against the bacon that What the heck is going on? Truly fascinating. It seems a new witness has taken the stand. What's more, he appears to be quite the formidable witness. What the hell? They're colluding! They're making up stories together! This trial is still far from over. What the heck? To be continued. Sure, I will save. You see the little icon, the 8-bit icon? It's like wearing the apron because we're bakers. Well then, we will now continue with the trial of Aspella Cantabella. Oh boy. A group of witnesses huddling up before a joint testimony in a witch trial. You can't make this stuff up. Inquisitor Barnum, if I may ask you a question. Yes, my lord. We now have 5 witnesses on the stand, so I must ask. Why was this obnoxious-looking man left out of your initial group of witnesses? Baldy's right, Barnum! That's just cold-blooded! There is but one reason, my lord. I did not know this witness even existed. You, sir, failed to come forward. When we were asking for witnesses for this very trial, you were nowhere to be seen. That's because I didn't hear a peep about it. I ain't usually around at night, except for maybe at Rouge? Rogue? Rouge? I'll say Rouge. Rouge's Tavern? So, you're basically telling us that you were up all night drinking. Anyway, it's all water under the bridge now, as far as I'm concerned. Just leave the rest to yours truly. During the last interrogation, the defender brought forth some surprising proof. Namely, that there was little possibility the accused could have used magic. I have never heard such a claim. It must be the doing of this logic. What rubbish! Large ick, you say? I ain't got a clue what that is. But I do know that this bread bacon baker ought to head back to the bakery. Eloquently said. Oi, Gramps! Give me and my partners over here a chance to speak. You want to know how this witch managed to be holding that scepter, don't ya? Oh, when you say Gramps, you wouldn't mean me, would you? I fail to see anyone else meeting such a description. We'll show you she's a witch. I'll bet Snowy's beautiful white coat on it. On guard. All right, team, let's do this. Yes, well, let us proceed with the testimonies. But if you lose and she is not a witch, I will murder all 5 of you. That should be the court system here. It's clear as day. Espella is a witch. We are not backing down on this. How is that even a testimony? When she dropped the lantern, the scepter was not yet in her hands. What? The scepter must have been hidden by magic and carried on her back. The rogues grabbed her by the hand and that held the lantern, so she must have had another way of holding that scepter. That's easy! The girl just put the bucket down on the ground and picked up the witch's magic stick. So she had the witch's scepter behind her back. She then dropped the lantern and reached for the scepter after it fell. If that is the case, then it must have been possible for the accused to have used magic. This is bad. Thanks to this guy, now all the witnesses seem extra determined to pin this thing on Espella. They each harbor a shared anger towards witches and magic. This guy, he's really suspicious. I think he might be an imposter, not actually some drunk guy. Maybe someone in disguise? Maybe the real witch pulling some sort of trick? Such is the cause of their strong desire to see a guilty verdict passed as quickly as possible. However, such confidence is undoubtedly bound to cloud their better judgment and thinking. Yeah. I don't think these guys mean any real harm, but they're all riled up. They don't even realize how distorted their idea of what happened tonight has become. At least, that's how it seems. This isn't good. This isn't good, Professor! The witnesses aren't thinking straight! Quite right, Luke, quite right. Sir Baker, rather, Sir Wright. You do not appear to be a mere simple baker, that much is clear. On the other hand, you are no ordinary defender either. Never before has a defender managed to clash and do battle with me here on this battlefield as an equal. Sir Blue Knight, this trial has not yet been decided. If there is any doubt in your interrogation, I will not hesitate to strike your case down where it stands. Okay. Defender, please begin your interrogation.
Hold it!
Not backing down, you say? Uh-huh, that's right. Espella's a witch. That's our story. We're sticking to it. This is a courtroom, Miss Kira. We're not interested in your story. We're interested in the truth. You know what I think? I think stories have the power to touch our lives in really meaningful ways. What the hell are you talking about? Last year I read a book about a flower girl who brought peace to the world with all the pretty flowers she sold. Because of that story, now I tell myself, Kira, one day you'll fill the world with beautiful flowers of your own. That story inspires me to sell more flowers. It's pretty much the same as this trial. What a very touching story. Indeed, I have heard nary a truer tale. Wouldn't you agree, Sir Blue Knight? That was rubbish. It was rubbish. I'm afraid our logic may do us no good here. Let's move on to the next witness, shall we? Let's see.
Hold it!
No matter how many times we ask, you still say you didn't see the scepter. I ask you, youngling, were you paying attention to this trial? Well then, magic made the scepter invisible, did it not? Thus, my old age clouding up my vision has nothing to do with anything. The scepter actually vanished. No, what I'm saying is, if it really was invisible, you wouldn't be able to actually prove it. Not so, young one. We can prove it. The girl is a witch. There's your proof. So, my old age clouding up my memories has nothing to do with anything. The scepter magically vanished, you see? When the lantern fell, you claimed the scepter was still not in her hand yet. So, that means... the scepter must have been hidden by magic and carried on her back.
Hold it!
The witch's scepter was behind her back. Well, it's like my little snowflake here. Whenever my darling gets too heavy, I hoist him up and carry him on my back. You mean your baby goat? Yes, there's the cutest little goat in this entire courtroom. Bah. I know it's been asked already, but you didn't see the witch's scepter, did you? Well, no, but it must have been made invisible by magic and then put on her back. You know, Snowy is still such a tiny little thing. If I put him on my back, you can hardly see him. I hardly see the point of that comment. So, the accused grabbed the witch's scepter after the lantern fell. The accused? Oh, right. The rogues grabbed her by the hand that held the lantern, so she must have had another way of holding that scepter.
Hold it!
Are you alright? What? Why? Why? Well, for one thing, you're hiding behind what I assume is a shield. Well played, Blue Knight. You managed to see through my steel guard technique. Steel what technique? You tried to penetrate the depths of my mind and deceive me once with your witchcraft of words. But you will find your words are futile against the strength of my shield, crafted from wood harder than steel. As hard as dragon scales. Now then, have at you, attack me if you dare. No. Just listen a second. Looking at this sketch, it's quite clear the accused could not have held the scepter in the same hand carrying the lantern. Witness, explain to the court just how the accused held the scepter. That's easy. The girl just put the bucket down on the ground and picked up the witch's sep magic stick.
Hold it!
She put the milk bucket down. That's right! Reckon if she did that, she'd have no problem holding that thing.
Objection!
But none of the other witnesses have said anything about seeing her put the bucket on the ground. But no one said anything about not seeing her put the thing bucket. What? Well, yeah, but there you go. These lot probably just didn't see it happen is all. There's so many thoughts. Everyone has a thought about it.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Mr. Wordsmith. What is it, oh boisterous blue one? Tell me, what do you make of this witness's testimony just now? He has stated that the defendant put the bucket on the ground. The other witnesses never mentioned that. Let me tell you something, young man. Long have I lived and prospered. In that time, I've forgotten much. Dreams, aspirations, even love. I simply forgot about the milk bucket, like one would forget about a single drop of water within the bucket that is life. Thanks. I still don't understand a single word that comes out of his mouth, Nick. I guess it's back to the drawing board. Oh, I have to do one by one? Alright, hold on. Okay, press. Press.
Hold it!
Okay, and then everyone goes...
Objection.
Everyone says something. Come on. Let's try going with... Is there a technique to this? Let me think. Put the bucket down. I'm gonna go with the knight, actually.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Mr. Knightley. I know one of you folks said Knightle, but I feel like Knightley is simply a lot better sounding. I don't know what they intended it to be pronounced as, but I like Knightley a lot better. Tell me, what do you think about this witness testimony just now? He claims the accused placed the bucket on the ground. No one has said anything about this until now. I am reminded of but one thing, sir. A battle tactic important to any knight. Imagine, in one hand you hold your sword, and in your other your shield. When suddenly from the shadows, an itch of epic proportions takes to your back. What doth one do? Indeed, what can one do? Well, let me tell you. One must drop one's sword and fell that unholy itch with a well-timed scratch to one's back. Right. A crafty witch would surely use the same tactic, would she not? I call it my signature back scratch attack of great justice. Right. By the way, be wary when using that tactic in battle. I find my opponents rarely give me ample time to remove my armor and scratch. Thank you for that. Well, that's 2 down, 2 to go. Okay, press.
Hold it!
Come on, pick it up.
Objection.
Pick up the pace. Here we go, here we go. Let's try going to her.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Miss Mary. You mean Snowy and me? Tell me, what do you think of the witness's testimony just now? Yes. The accused placed the bucket on the ground. No one has said anything about this until now. Yes. Oh, that must be how it happened. The girl probably placed the milk bucket on the ground. Yes.
Objection!
But you stared at it. She did say she stared at it. And yet you clearly stated that the one thing you were specifically focused on, more than anything else, was the milk bucket. Yep. This is who I was supposed to pick. This is, okay, yeah. Because she said she was completely focused on it. Ergo, you should be able to confirm to the court whether or not the bucket really was placed on the ground.
Objection!
One's memory is not flawless, Sir Blue Knight. Pay attention to what the witness was saying. The accused probably placed the milk bucket on the ground. There is the possibility such was the case. Yes, that's right. Isn't it my little cuddle pumpkin? Brr. I knew it. There's something fishy about her testimony, but... Indeed, it would seem we require a decisive piece of evidence. If we are to expose the contradictions in these witnesses' testimonies... Yeah, I just have to think of what that could be. So do I present it during that questioning? When do I present it? Okay, let me try going back to that. Oh! Oh dear. That's not what I meant to do. Let's see. Okay. Easy. Here we go. Press. I'm gonna try questioning her one more time and see if it lets me present something.
Objection.
Okay, yep.
What?
Oop, well,
Hang on.
let's see. Is there... Can I present? No, I can't present any of these. But also, what would I present? Let's see. Milk bucket Espello is carrying. Kira has poor eyesight. Magic scepter. No, this doesn't help me at all. Lantern Espello was holding. I don't know what I would want to present to begin with. Could it involve Ignace? Maybe.
Objection.
They're not letting me present here, though.
Objection!
They're just gonna take me right back, aren't they? Yes, they are. Okay, I understand. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's get a hint. We got plenty of hint coins. Wait. Oh, I present something here. Okay. Ah, 50-50. I like it. Okay. Which one could it be? I bet it's the bucket of milk. Hold on. But what? I want to know why, though. She was carrying at the time of the crime. Mary brought it back to her farm. It might be the lantern, then.
Objection.
There. How's that for decisive evidence? Nope. Oh, God, I messed it up. There was a 50-50 chance. No! Don't laugh at me, Barnum. Don't laugh at me. Don't look at me. Shut up. I have you now.
Objection.
And it's been 23 minutes, so I'm going to end this video here. So stay tuned for the next one, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!